Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my latest video in my Shop My Stash Project Pan series. In my Shop My Stash Project Pan, I select different products from my collection and I have to use them at least 5 times before I roll them out at the end of the month, or in this case, the beginning of the next month, to select a group of new products. And I do that so it's kind of like a usage style project pan, and it also keeps me rotating through the products in my collection instead of just sticking to the same old products. Because I have a variety of products in my collection. It's not super huge, but it's definitely like there's more than one of most categories. And so this just kind of keeps things fresh and new, and it keeps me using things that maybe I wouldn't necessarily always grab for. So I love it for that, and it's fun to just go through everything, see how many times I used it, and then do a little refresh. So that is exactly what we'll do. We'll talk through everything that I used this past month. We'll put it all back, we'll pick some new products, we'll talk through those, and then I will use them for the next month or so to make sure that I had at least 5 uses on them. So with all of that being said, I have my notebook that has all of the usage counts on it, and we can go ahead and talk through everything. I will say that I have a super exciting update in this video, and that I hit a new pan, so that's really exciting. I love when I can do that outside of my typical project pans. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I will actually kick it off with the powder that I had in this project. This is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Setting Powder in the shade Dim Light, and I used this 19 times this month, so got a ton of usage on it. I just really like how it makes my skin look. I feel like it just makes it look so fresh and so kind of glowy, but not greasy in any way. I usually prefer like a more natural, leaning towards matte look, and so I feel like this sets everything down, but it also just provides that little bit of like oomph, something different. And so I really do appreciate it for that. And I don't know, I'm like, keep thinking that I'm gonna see more visible progress on this than I have, but it really just, I feel like, continues to look the same. But either way, I got a good amount of usage out of it this month, so super happy with that. So the next product I also used 19 times, and it is the product I hit pan on, and not just a tiny little pan, but a very, very big pan. And this is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. As you can see, I hit a very large pan in here. As you all know from other videos, this bronzer is particularly powdery, and so it ended up being a lot easier to hit pan than I ever would have thought. And then once I hit pan this month, that pan just continued to grow. And so now I have a very decent sized pan in this product, and so I'm honestly thinking about moving it into my project pan at some point this year and trying to finish it up, because it was way easier to hit pan and grow the pan than I ever would have thought. And so now I'm considering just trying to completely pan this year and see what we can do. Next are my 2 highlights. The first one is my Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter in the shade Sin. I used this 10 times this month, and I already had pan on it, but definitely grew the pan a little bit, so super proud of that. Love this one. It's a little bit more of a subtle highlight, but definitely appreciate that for work days. And then the other highlight that I worked on is my NARS Albatross highlight. This is one of the few highlights in my collection that does not have pan on it, but I definitely made some progress down through the middle there. You probably can't tell, but I can definitely tell, and I used this 9 times this month. This highlight definitely isn't shy. It is more of a standout highlight, so I enjoyed it for days when I need a little bit more oomph, and it definitely provided that for me. So only one more product before we get into all the lippies that I have in this project, and that is my NYX eyeliner in the shade Golden Bronze. I used this 5 times. I love this in my waterline. I feel like it adds a little bit of oomph to an eye look without feeling overpowering, and so it's just fun to play around with and wear sometimes. It didn't always necessarily go with the eyeshadows that I have in my eyeshadow project pan, which is I think one of the reasons why I didn't wear this more, but definitely got some usage out of it, which is why I rolled these things into this project in the first place, because I probably wouldn't have really pulled for this at all had it not been in this project. So definitely appreciated having it in and getting those 5 uses on it. So now moving on to lip products. I had 4 different ones in this project. 2 were actual lip colors, and I used these both 5 times. This first one is just a Revlon lipstick in the shade Wild Orchid. I love this color, and it was fun getting to use it for different looks this month. Definitely loved experimenting a little with that. And then my other one is this Dose of Colors Liquid Lip, and this is in the shade Flirty. And I also used this 5 times. Great for work, just a really natural nude lip. So it was fun wearing both of those on kind of different occasions and, you know, mixing and matching a little bit. So then I had two glossier type products. So this is my Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. I used this 9 times, and this is my Kylie Lip Oil, and I used this 12 times. I definitely love this for pairing on top of the lip colors or just pairing it on top of the lip liner that I have in my project pan. Like, I just love this gloss. I'm wearing it right now. It's so nice. It smells so good. It feels so good on the lips. So big fan of this. And then this is just so hydrating and wonderful. I'll throw this on before the gym, or if I just need something on my lips. I've really, really enjoyed using this. I love the applicator on it because it's just, the doe foot is just so big and lovely. And this has just been a really good, like, simple staple in my collection. I was happy to roll it in to spend a little bit of time focusing on it, but I really think I'm just gonna continue to use it all the time, whether it's in this project or not. So that is how I did this month. I hit 5 uses on every single thing that I rolled into this project. So I'm gonna be able to put everything back and go ahead and pick out some new products to work on for this month. Alrighty, let's pick out some new products, starting first with powder. I was actually thinking that I should probably use one of my loose powders because I have not picked up one of these in the longest time, but we are going on vacation at the end of this month, and I'm gonna wanna bring along the products that are in this project anyways. And so I'm thinking I'm actually gonna bring my Kosas Cloud Set powder because this is one that I do want to start using up sooner rather than later because I hear it goes bad pretty quickly. And so since I don't want to bring a loose powder and have it get all over my makeup bag, I think this is the next best option, and then we can focus on maybe a loose powder in an upcoming month. So that's the one I'm going with. And then in terms of bronzer, I'm honestly half tempted to keep my butter bronzer in this project and just grow this pan so that I really can pan it at the end of this year, but I think I'm gonna try something else in the meantime. I actually think, I don't know. I was debating between my Marc Jacobs and my Guerlain because I think I just had the Milani one in, and I'm like going for my Marc Jacobs. I feel like in just looking at it, this one makes sense to use. I don't know. I'm just being drawn to my Marc Jacobs one. So I think this is the one that I'm going to work on this month. And then I need to choose a highlight. Debating on what highlight that I want to work on. I'm kind of thinking about Benefit Cookie, but I feel like I just had that in. But like, does that really matter? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna work on my Benefit Cookie highlight, just for fun. I think I'm gonna continue to skip eyeshadow just because I have so many eyeshadows that I am like plugging away on in my eyeshadow project pan right now. And I really just wanna continue to make progress on those. And so I'm like I've been neglecting these all year long, which I try not to do. Well, and now I'm second guessing myself because I'm like, you're going on vacation. So maybe taking like a fun, taking something fun on vacation would actually be a good idea. And now I'm thinking maybe I'll just take this Urban Decay eyeshadow in the shade Lithium, and that could be just a fun one to wear on vacation versus having to bring all my eyeshadows that are in my pan, those eyeshadows. Okay, I think I changed my mind on that because I'm not gonna bring 5 palettes to the beach with me, but I could bring this and, you know, 1 palette and be able to use that there. So, okay, problem solved with that. And then I'm gonna continue to skip blush because I'm almost, well, I'm not almost done, but I'm getting very close to being done with my blush that's in my project pan. So I'm just gonna skip that, hopefully for only a couple more months, and then we'll be able to start using those again because I won't have a blush in my project pan anymore. And then in terms of like liner and stuff, I do think, because I do wanna pan this black liner at some point this year, but I really haven't used it much, I do think I'm gonna roll this in just to continue to get usage on it while I wait to be able to roll it into my project pan. So I feel like that makes sense for that. And then I don't know if there's any like lip products in here that I really wanna work on at the moment, so I think I'm gonna skip that. But there is a lip product up here that I saw when I was putting back my Fenty gloss that I realized like I think I've worn this once since I got it, and this is the Clinique, what is it? The Black Honey, is that what it's called? Yeah, Black Honey. So I was like, ooh, this one could be fun to actually like get some usage on this month. So I think I'm gonna definitely roll that one in. We're getting into the warmer months, and I think this is a coral shade, if I am correct. Like that could be fun to roll in. It kind of matches my nails. Maybe we'll do that. Because this looks obviously super dark, but I feel like it's pretty neutral because it comes across so sheer on the lips. And so maybe this could be the bright color. And then I have a lip liner in my Project Pan. So maybe that could mellow out the brightness of this, or I could just wear that on its own for days when these two don't make sense for me. And then of course I need a lip gloss. And so I just used my Fenty one, my Patrick Ta. Ooh. Maybe I'll use my Carly Bible Il Makiage one. This is a really nice glitter and could be fun for my trip as well. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think this is probably plenty for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back on camera and we can talk through all of this. I didn't go too overboard this month, which I'm actually really happy about because sometimes I like get too much in this project and then it feels overwhelming. But I feel like I got a really good group and I'm really excited about some of these products because one being like this one I've used like one time and I keep meaning to use it and keep forgetting because it was hiding behind other products. So it was helpful actually to be putting back my Fenty lip gloss because I saw this there and I was like, oh, I need to use it. So anywho, we'll start at the beginning. I'm rolling in my Kosas Cloud Set Powder. One, because I'm going on a trip, and so I did want to use a loose powder this month, but with going on a trip, I felt like that might be harder to bring and pack and could make a bigger mess. So hoping that this works well for me. And also I've heard that this kind of goes bad pretty quickly, and so would love to kind of just see more usage on it and see what we can do here. So happy to be rolling this one in. I really do enjoy this powder. And then I was just feeling really drawn to my Marc Jacobs bronzer. This is another one where the pan's really like wide, huge, but I don't know how deep it is. And so wondering if I could get some good usage on this, we could potentially hit pan. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like being super hopeful, but that's okay to be hopeful in these projects. I would love to hit pan on another bronzer this month, so I am rolling this one in. And then I was also just being drawn to my Benefit Cookie Highlight. I think this one's really nice for vacation. It's just a nice little pink shade. We can grow that pan a little bit. And then I was totally thinking that I wouldn't need any eyeshadow because I'm working on 5 eyeshadows in my Pan Those Eyeshadows Project Pan, and I really just want to focus on those. But like I said, we are going on vacation and I'm not gonna bring all of those palettes with me on vacation because that would just be a lot. And so I was like, oh, well that actually opens up the perfect opportunity for me to work on one of my single eyeshadows. So what I'm gonna do is bring this on vacation with me with one palette and just kind of use this instead as like, probably like my all over eyelid color or whatever. This is Urban Decay Moon Dust Shadow in the shade Lithium. Super pretty, super sparkly. So excited to roll this in and get some usage on that one. And then, like I said, I have this Avon liner. It is so tiny and I really want to like pan this year. I don't think I'll obviously be able to completely finish it, but once it gets to the point where like it's too small to fit in the sharpener, like then it will be done for me. And so I haven't been able to roll this into my project pan yet because I'm working through other things. But I figured it probably made sense to maybe roll into this project and get some usage on it in the meantime. So excited to roll that in. I do love putting this in my waterline. I don't always do it for work because I feel like it smudges easier than other things do, but it does look really nice when it's in there. Obviously, you already heard me mention this a few times, but I purchased the Clinique Black Honey Almost Lipstick. I think that's what it's called, Almost Lipstick, yeah. Probably at the end of last year, and I've maybe worn it once, and I just kept forgetting that it was in my collection. So rolling it into this project, as you can see, it's like hasn't been used, to get some usage on it. I've worn it, it's super sheer, really nice, so easy, I think, to be able to wear to work and on the day-to-day. And then for a little bit something brighter and more fun, I have this Coral Crush shade from Maybelline, and like I said, it like very much is going with my nails, but thought this could be just a fun pop of color to some of my spring looks. So gonna try to use that 5 times. And then I always like to roll in a lip gloss, and this one kind of just fits the same vibe for me as my cookie highlight. I don't know why, but I feel like it does, and I think it'll work really well for my trip as well. So just this really pretty lip gloss from Carly Bible and Il Makiage. and it has like sparkles in it and stuff. So just excited to be able to wear that as well. And that is it. Those are all the products that I'm rolling into this month's Shop My Stash. So I hope all of you enjoyed this video. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.